hear the question? Started in medicine, how do you know it's working? How do you know it's a flare or just things aren't working yet? That's a complex question. Okay? And some doctors hear that question and want to order 7 lab tests. I know a guy that does that. I don't use a lot of lab. I'm old and I figure I can figure out how the kid's doing. And it's harder yet when I'm talking to somebody in Spring Hill on the phone, can I figure out who's in a flare? Okay, good question. You have to rely on your doctor. It's too complicated. And I think that we take care of the kids one at a time, which means there's individual differences, right? And not all parents are the same, I don't think. Okay. And so we got to take people one at a time. So that kind of a question you need to bring up with your doctor. If you're in something, you have to work those things through. And so that's what you should do.
Very expensive.
I think when you're getting into is just like you quit after 2 weeks. You do try to get some time.
They might work.
Yeah.
But I think we're pretty much close to where I need to finish. I just wanted to get this part. I didn't take much to take pictures. I wanted this on video.
I understand. So I've heard mentioned that these sometimes alternate drugs, like for instance, infection or anything. And I'm trying to understand, is that because some children have more than one cell that needs to be blocked? I'm trying to figure out, like, when do you do that kind of treatment and why? What I would say is that, so all the confusion that you all feel is, we feel the same thing. Meaning that a lot of this is new science, like Dr. Nickeson was saying, is new IL-17 blocker. There's more and more discoveries going on. So there's a lot more people are, that's the elephant in the room. There is murkiness. And, there's some diseases that we know, like systemic JIA is high in IL-6 and IL-1, so they tend to respond to those blockers more so than TNF ones, sorry, I think. But the TNF, the TNF blockers we just have more history with. It was really interesting for me to hear Dr. Nickeson speak and how he was saying he's from a different era, and it's true. When I did my training, we did the pyramid therapy. We start with an NSAID, we wait, 6 months, a year, then you'd add Enbrel, and then you'd add methotrexate, and then you wait another year, and then, and it was a very slowly progressive pyramid. Nowadays, people almost, because it's almost like therapies are reversing. It's like putting out a fire. You don't sit there and throw cups of water on it, you hose it down. So people are trying to think, well, if you're aggressive up front, maybe that makes a difference for really severe cases. Now, again, it's not everybody's. It really depends on what the activity is of your autoimmune disease. But still, things like that are in higher consideration. As you see people improve and start to respond to these medicines, people are really influenced or like, hey, this is systemic JA, I'm going to try this first. Or, hey, look, they failed X, Y, and Z, I'm going to try that newer biologic that people are using for this. So,
the decision about how long you go with therapy, what combinations are safe, is it time to change, is it time to quit? That's the grinding that you hear in the doctor's head when you're sitting in the room. Because we're trying to figure all that out, and say, this is your next best move.
Sandy was telling me a couple things.
We're going to try to get back on the schedule a little bit. I know you guys have so many more questions. And part of the cool thing about this is we do want you to hear what other people are asking because you go, oh, I wish I would have thought of that. So these guys are